Great Day Live. I'm Janelle Martinez.
And I'm Allison Godlove. Thanks so much for joining us today. Hopefully you have some fun plans for the weekend.
Yes.
Something to think about and to know is that St. Pete and Tampa both made the top 5 most pet-friendly cities.
Yes, I'm not surprised.
No, I'm not surprised either. So Scottsdale, Arizona is number 1.
Okay.
Tampa, number 2.
Number 2.
Yes, which is pretty cool. Las
Isn't
Vegas, 3, Orlando, 4, and Cincinnati is 5. St. Pete came in 6.
Okay, so that's pretty cool, right?
Yes.
Now, I'm assuming the weather has a lot to do with it.
The weather has a lot to do with it. And they talked about, is it just like cheap, to own an animal here? But they talked about things about like it's a good environment. So we're talking about the weather, the availabilities of vets, pet-friendly stores, and the parks, and how walkable the city is. Which obviously, both Tampa and St. Pete, super walkable, beautiful sidewalks. You can walk along Bayshore, and you can down by the water in St. Pete, by the pier. There's just so many beautiful spots.
Yeah, and I think a lot of businesses are pet-friendly. I was in Hyde Park this weekend, and I was surprised about how many dogs, and these weren't service dogs, were inside some of the shops there. So I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, it is. So it's nice because people like to take their pets, and they deserve to go out and see and explore and be.
I know, they love it. And all the dog parks, we have a lot of dog parks around here as well.
So congrats to our cities. That's pretty cool.
Congrats. All right, well, this is a cool story that I saw the other day. So 2 brothers made their pro baseball debuts on the same night, and both of them hit home runs in their very first game. Like, how cool is that? What are the chances? So their parents were watching one of the brothers. So there's the parents right there. So they watched the oldest brother there, and then they had to watch the youngest brother on their phone. So George Lombard Jr. debuted with the Yankees in New York, and his younger brother, Jacob, was playing single A ball in Florida, and they both hit home runs.
That's amazing.
Like, I think that is so cool.
Like how cool as parents, you watched them, maybe play t-ball or baseball when they were younger, and you saw them maybe have a really good hit, and that was like their first time there. And then now you're like, holy cow, they've made a career of this, and they got a home run.
Yeah, both of them. I mean, it's hard to have one professional athlete in the family too, but so that was really cool.
That's such a nice video. Like, that's cool.
So fun. All those practices, it's all worth it.
Yes.
Even if they don't become professional athletes, it's still worth it.
It's still worth it.
Yes, absolutely.
Very special for them.
All right. Well, we have a great show for you coming up today. Some young artists are showing off their powerful photographs at a very special exhibit for a great cause. We're going to talk to the family behind it.
And it's the last weekend before school starts. Will family outings to the beach be an option for you? We're going to check on your forecast in just a few minutes.
But first, whether you love cheering on the Bucks, running on the Riverwalk, catching beads at Gasparilla, or eating at an award-winning restaurant, there are so many reasons to love living in Tampa. And everyone gets to celebrate on 813 Day coming up on August 13th. Santiago Corrada, president of Visit Tampa Bay, is here to tell us more about some deals for 813 Day. So welcome back. Always great to have you here.
Thank you.
Yes.
We could talk about pets. I love that ranking. Come on. We've done campaigns around dog influencers, so we love pets in Tampa.
Absolutely. There's so much to love about this city. I mean, I grew up here. This is my town. So, but we've seen it change. But what is happening with Tampa right now that's so good and people are celebrating?
813 Day gives us an opportunity to really brag about all the incredible things that make this community fantastic, not just for residents, but visitors alike. And Visit Tampa Bay has over 1,020 partners that step up to help us celebrate that day. So we have one of our partners here today, but again, Hotel Floor, the Dan, Predolina, Ursula's History Shop, the Aquarium, the Tampa Bay Sun, the list goes on and on that are going to be offering specials during 813 Day. And it's all about celebrating all the incredible things that make us totally fantastic.
Yeah, what are some of those things that make, I mean, I could name a few, but what are some of the things to you that make this place so special?
Oh my gosh, if you go back, Busch Gardens really put Tampa on the map. Before we were known for the aquarium or the zoo, but you have it all. You have culture, you have history. Now we have this incredible culinary scene with Michelin restaurants. You're a test market for so many incredible things, and the world has starting to take notice, right? We were starting to build a national reputation, but now that national reputation has exploded, and it's an international reputation, and we have a lot to be proud of here.
Yeah, because it's great living here, but it's also great to visit, and that's interesting that you mentioned Busch Gardens, that obviously people started coming here for that, and then they stayed.
Right, and then you think about, the Columbia Restaurant and the minarets at the University of Tampa. Those were iconic things that drew people here initially.
Yeah.
And now when you think of the explosion of things that people can come and enjoy, it's just mind-boggling. We were talking before the show about how much it's changed, over 20, 25, 30 years.
Yeah, I know we saw some video of Gasparilla in there. How big is that's really grown to now people come down for
it's a season, right? When you think about 3 parades and the art show and the film festival and the music festival and the run, I mean, it just has blown into a season that we celebrate as uniquely Tampa and something you have to experience and that you can only experience here.
Yeah, so August 13th, 813.
Yes.
So lots of deals, and we could find those deals on the
and
website.
Come down to our visitor center, downtown, 201 North Franklin Street, the Unlock Visitor Center, Unlock Tampa Bay Visitor Center. We're going to have 40 of our vendors there on site.
Okay.
Music, entertainment from 11:30 to 1:30, sponsored by Suncoast Credit Union.
Very cool.
The first 50 people who show up get a really cool 813 Visit Tampa Bay shirt. So we put a different one out every year. So our second annual, and we're super excited.
Perfect. And I guess they can find all that information
on visitampabay.com, and there's a subset for 813 Day.
Perfect. I love it. Well, thank you so much for coming and help us celebrate this special day. And as you mentioned, one of the partners, Hyde Park, they do a big thing.
Hyde Park is having their own special 813
Day. And Allison, you're with one of the shops out there.
Yeah, because you're talking about all these businesses that make Tampa so great. And one of those is, of course, Coastal Cowgirl Collective. Judah Donaldson is part of that. So it's great to have you here.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah.
We're just so happy to be a part of 813 Day, and we're so lucky to be a part of such a wonderful community and be a small business in Tampa.
Yeah, what's that like being in Tampa and starting here? You know, what makes it so special for you?
Well, it's just a really fun concept to be kind of like a one-of-a-kind, build your own hat bar. The experience-based shopping is a really fun and unique thing. So within Hyde Park, we have our custom hats. We do snapbacks, all sorts of baseball hats, but we also do cowboy hats as well.
Yeah, very cool. You brought some of those here with you today, and they're unique because it can be, you're representing Tampa, but you can like add a little flair to it, right?
Exactly, yeah. So we have our embroidered Tampa snapbacks that are part of one of our 813 deals. But as you can see, we can add a little bit of flair, like you said.
Yeah.
So here's a very simple one without anything on it, kind of a good grab and go option. But we can also do chains and charms as well. So this has a whole kind of like Tampa themed charm bracelet kind of vibe. We also have our Bay Shore and Yap patch, which is part of our deal as well. So this is just a very, very small selection of what we have at the store. We have drawers full of stuff. And you can do as busy or as simple as you'd like to.
Can you just come in on your own and decorate a hat?
Yeah,
or you
absolutely.
can make it an event, people can come and
Yep, either option. So walk-ins are always welcomed. We're open 7 days a week. We do also do private events in store. We do pop-ups as well off-site, which we are also going to be doing for 813 Day at Emberd.
Okay.
So we'll be there from 6 to 9 with a little pop-up, but we're going to be in store as well.
Oh, very fun. And you brought, so you could kind of show off what it is that you do.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is another one of our Tampa hats that we have. So I'm in the process of adding a charm with the little Florida initials on there. So I'm gonna just finish stitching this on here. But basically in the store, you'll come in and you'll have all sorts of different add-ons. And all the girls that are in there are very helpful with getting whatever it is that you want for it. And then they will kind of help you set it up, figure out what is best for your hat. And this is just a very simple way to add a little flair to it.
It's pretty.
So then we'll obviously trim that edge, but yeah, so that's just a simple little way to add a flair.
I like this hat too. It's very the subtle camo.
Yeah, this is one of my favorites.
So tell us one more time where you're located in Hyde Park.
Yep, we're in the main circle upstairs next to Solid Core. So we're a little hidden, but if you find those stairs by the fountain, you'll be sure to find us. You can always give us a call if you can.
And then to celebrate 813 Day with you, how do we do that?
Yeah, so we are going to be having the Tampa hats. Those are going to be $8.13 off those original prices.
Okay.
And then we also have the Bay Shore and Yap patch that will be free with the purchase of any vintage snapback. In the store, we have a ton of different options. We have different colors, patterns, cowhide, stripes, all sorts of stuff. So you can really make it as simple or as complex as you want to.
Very fun. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, of course.
Great
Thank you
to
for
see you
having
as
us.
always. Yeah. And for all the deals that you can get on 813 Day, just go to the website you see up on your screen. And we will be back in just a minute talking about the kids heading back to school on Monday. You're going to need to stock that fridge. We're going to get some tips on how to shop all the sales. That's next.
As the kids head back to school, your homework is finding them lunches and snacks every day, right?
Yes, and Winn-Dixie is making that easy for you to do. Keith Cowie is here to show us some of the great savings they have in store for you right now. It's good to have you.
Yes, it's great to be here. Appreciate
Exciting
it.
time, back to school.
Yes, very busy time getting back to school. And at Winn-Dixie, we've got everything that you need to make your meals, get your lunch boxes packed, take care of your teachers, all in one place, one-stop shop.
We like to make it easy. So let's start with the most important meal of the day, breakfast, of course. What do you have there that we can kick off our days with?
Yeah, breakfast, most important meal of the day, like you said. And if it's like my household, it's crazy in the morning, trying to get everybody up, get them dressed and ready to go. And so you want some quick, easy things to make that go smoothly. So we've got our Winn-Dixie bagels there. Those are on sale this week. BOGO in the bakery department.
Love that.
Pair that with the cream cheese. That's a classic item that we have. If you look here, we've got our oats there, and you can top those with berries and chocolate chips and whatever you might want to have.
Can I do that? Can I use a spoon?
Absolutely.
Oh, get some. I like some chocolate chips in there, so yum.
Yep, and that's something you can also make the night before.
Yes.
Have it in the fridge, ready to pull out. Again, another quick, easy item.
Yeah, and the kids can do that in the morning. It makes it fun, and if they're doing something, they're more inclined to want to eat it. So that's good.
Absolutely. And talking about fun, we have our pencil-shaped waffles here.
Oh, I get it.
Yep.
Look how cute.
Top those with, we've got strawberries that are on sale this week at 2 for $7. You can put blueberries, the chocolate chips, whatever you like on that. You can put the syrup on that to top those off, and they're ready to go.
Love it. Let's
Again,
do that.
another fun thing for the kids in the morning.
Yeah, I love that. Nice syrup.
I love that it's school themed too.
Yes, those are so cute.
Beautiful.
Okay,
Anything
so then
you can do in the mornings to get them off to a good start.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah, and then lunches. Parents dread packing lunches, but you make it easy for us.
Yep. Lunchtime, that's a big thing. So we've got that covered as well here. We've got our sandwiches. We make that easy with our Know and Love sandwich meat. We've got our bread there at 2 for $3 this week. We've got these neat little wraps here that have the bananas and the peanut butter in that. Those are easy to make, easy to pack. Kids love those. So that's a good one there. And then we've got our carrots in there as well, so you can tie in your fruits and
Such a
vegetables
good, healthy
as
little
well.
lunch.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and your meat is really wonderful quality meat as
top
well.
quality.
Yes, we love that. You mentioned produce a couple of times.
Yeah.
Strawberries and blueberries, and we have the carrots and whatnot. Produce is this is peak season, and it's a good time because you can mix and match a lot of this.
Absolutely, this is it. So August is peak time for fruits and vegetables. As you see, we've got a lot of those here with us today, and we do our best to get those from our local farms. So we can support our local farms in the area. Plus, we can get it into our stores quicker, and it's fresher for our customers.
We love that.
Love that. Okay, and dessert. We can't forget about dessert.
No.
My kids love those cookies with the icing.
Yes.
I don't know what you guys do to those cookies, but they're addictive.
They are excellent. We've got those on sale this week at $3.99. And then we've also got our cheesecakes, those mini cheesecakes. They're at $6.99 in our bakery, and those are a fan favorite all the time.
All the different flavors.
Yes.
That's so perfect.
That variety one is our best seller.
So it could be for you and the family, but that could also make a good teacher gift. And you have a lot of those that you can give to
Absolutely.
them.
If you want to start off the new year right with the teacher, and we've got our flowers out of the floral department there.
Yes.
Those are $10 this week.
Bring your teacher an apple.
And the old standby, bring the teacher an apple. So we've got those available as well. Those apples are on sale $2.69 a pound this week, so a great value, and you can start off on the right foot with the teacher.
Yes, which you need to do with school supplies.
Yeah.
Very important that you have those all ready to go. So it's not just about food and the meals throughout the week.
Nope, we're a one-stop shop, so we have everything available that you need. We've got our school supplies. Most of those are 25% off this week, and you can also tie that in with the tax holiday that runs through the 20th this month.
Yeah, and so it really, store-wide savings is built in right there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. So, we have not just back to school covered, but we've got our weekly ad that you can look at. We've got BOGO items each week that are in the ad, and we have our weekend sales. And it's really important, if you haven't already downloaded our app, to get that downloaded, where you can look at the weekly ads. You can see the personalized offers that are available, coupons and things like that. So you can plan your shopping trip and plan your savings.
Yeah, get a lot of savings. Those are a lot of
Absolutely.
steps. And then if you do forget something, because you mentioned, we're all so busy, Amazon delivers.
Amazon delivery, we have that available across the Tampa Bay area. So you can go on to Amazon.com/Winn-Dixie.
I love that.
And you can order those items, and a lot of that same day or next day delivery based on the time of day you make your delivery.
So easy.
So easy. So let's celebrate back to school, right? We can
Yes.
celebrate with mimosas, right? Because parents, it's a big day for. It's the most wonderful time of the year, right?
It's been a long summer, and you've done a great job. You got them back to school.
Yeah, that Prosecco. You got
Yes.
a deal on that Prosecco
The
too right now, just
Prosecco
saying.
there is buy one, get one free this week. So that's another great item to pair with our orange juice.
Yes. So send the kids to school and then have a little party.
We love it. Well, cheers. Thank you so much. This is great. So
Yes.
many great savings to just start the school year and feel like you're really prepared.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That was great. Thank you.
Absolutely.
We
Thank you
appreciate
so
it.
much.
Thank you.
And hey, to find out more, you can visit windixie.com/rewards, or you can just download that app.
Will the storms be building as you're building with Legos this weekend? We're going to talk about events and have a look out the window to your weather. That's next.
It's time now for your window to the weather, brought to you by JMI Windows and Doors. James Hopkins is joining us today, and a pretty nice drive-in.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, really compared to what we had this time last week.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
You remember that?
Yes.
Well, really, it started on Thursday. It went all the way through the weekend. Monday morning, just torrential downpours for the morning commute. It started to break up on Tuesday, but now we're back to normal.
Oh,
Okay.
good. Yeah, yesterday it was so bright and sunny, and then in the afternoon it just got like
Yes,
pitch black
it did.
outside with
Yeah.
storms.
I was sitting on my couch at one point in time. I pulled up the radar. It literally was raining from the Space Coast through Pinellas County all at one time. Just you couldn't even see the state. It was so much rain. And we love that. We need that. But we're back to the normal pattern where we're starting our days nice through lunchtime. And then the storms are coming in. So that's the great news. Last weekend was not a good beach weekend.
Yeah, well, hopefully this weekend is better because a lot going on the last weekend before school starts for a lot of the kids. So Busch Gardens is having their Beer Fest, Brews, and Barbecue. So good weekend to head out to Busch Gardens?
Yes, so what we're looking at again is same thing as today. You mentioned how beautiful it was to start the day. We're going to see a nice start to the day, probably up until about, say, 2, 3 o'clock. And again, that's normal. You'll start to dodge a few storms. The good news is the coverage doesn't look anything like yesterday.
Okay, good.
Yesterday, you pick any point in the map in our area, and it was raining.
It was raining,
It was raining. So this is going to be more of those scattered thunderstorms like we typically see for this time of year. It's going to be hot. The good news is that with some of the cloud cover, we haven't seen the widespread triple-digit heat like we were ahead of this pattern.
Right, it hasn't been as bad.
I forgot about the heat.
Yeah, I know,
so
we've
much
done with
rain.
There you go.
Yeah.
And that does help out, especially when you start to get about 1 or 2 in the afternoon, because it's usually that 2 to 4 o'clock when you have a lot of sunshine that we feel like 105 to 108.
Right. Yeah.
So we're not going to do that this weekend, which is great. We're still looking at possibly some areas about 100 to 105. Most of us will be around that 100 mark.
Yeah.
So it's still hot. So
It's hot
you get
outside
it.
for sure. Especially there's a brick fan event at the Florida State Fairgrounds on Saturday. So are we talking about the same thing then?
Same thing. Good for the first half to 2/3 of the day. Now, Saturday, we get more back into that sea breeze pattern where it's typically late afternoon. We get our flow out of the southeast, and we get that sea breeze that comes across. Storms will fire up east to 75, and they're going to be heavy. And then they'll gradually move their way back towards the west. But again, it still looks like it's 3, 4, 5 in the afternoon, evening before you really get that widespread heavy rain. So most of your day is pretty much done with.
I bet you like Legos
Yes,
as a kid.
of course.
he looks like a Lego.
doesn't?
He looks like a Lego guy.
I don't. I was not good at
As
Legos.
an adult, it's frustrating. But as a kid, it's fun.
It's fun. Okay, so Sunday, as we mentioned, school starts for a lot of kids on Monday. People might be going to the beach. Good beach day, and then let's talk about the rip current.
Sunday looks like an even better beach day than Saturday
good.
because it looked like even less coverage of those storms, and it looked like possibly even later in the day. So you're probably good at the beach till maybe 4 or 5 in the afternoon on Sunday. But again, you have that potential in the afternoon. That's the great thing about the beach. The sea breeze crosses right over the beach, and that's where your storms fire up in the west. And then are in the kind of east of the beach, but then they push back to the west kind of late in the day. So I think Sunday's going to be a better beach day. I think you're going to get a little bit more dry time. And the good news is now that we're back to that typical southeast shift to southwest flow, low rip current risk, which is great because it was high Thursday through Monday of last week. And it's low today. It's low all the way through the weekend, which is nice.
Good. It's
And if you
scary
look
when
at a
it's like
picture,
that.
Clearwater right now, you almost can't even see any surf. It's like glass out there.
Yeah, so you think it would be a lot of people might want to take their boat out for the last weekend of summer? Good week.
Yeah, moderate chop today, but this weekend we have light chop in the bay. It's going to be great.
Oh, wonderful.
Yep.
That's a good weekend.
I got all good news.
Yes, I know. You have some fun plans before your kids head back to school?
We're gonna do a pool day on Sunday, but we did our plans last weekend. We went to Orlando, took them to a water park, and they had a lot of fun. And they are not excited about school starting.
No,
None of
who
them are.
is, except the parents.
Except for us parents. We are very happy.
Yes.
Good. Well, thank you. Enjoy the weekend.
All right, if you want to watch any of these segments again, deals happening at Winn-Dixie, or the details about 813 Day, you can watch the show again at 3 this afternoon on our free 10 Tampa Bay streaming app. Download and watch on Roku TV, Fire TV, and Apple TV. Florida Museum of Photographic Arts is putting on the 3rd annual student photography exhibition held in memory of Jacob Camus. Jacob's parents, Jeff and Catherine, are here, along with Aaron Peter, the father of a past winner. So welcome to all of you. It's so great to have you here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice. So Catherine, I want to start with you. Can you tell us a little bit more about Jacob and his passion for photography?
Oh, yes. So actually, it started when I bought a DSLR for myself, and he took it. He was like, "Well, this will be better with me, you know, using it." And that's basically how it started. And Hillel Academy, the art teacher actually took him on as the photographer for their annual book.
Yeah.
And so he was the photographer there, and every time we travel, he would take pictures of basically anything and everything that he can see, but at the same time he was taking pictures with feelings in it and not just photographs.
Not just photos. And these are photographs that you're able to hold on to. You'll have them always.
Of course, yeah.
So what made you want to start this competition, this exhibit?
Yeah, I think it was a way to really remember him. And, when you lose someone like we lost Jacob, you don't get the chance to create new memories with them, right? And this contest has really been so important for not only for our family, but also for these kids to have an opportunity to express themselves through photography. And that's so special. And what's great about the contest, you're seeing some of the photos here. It's not just the photos. All of the kids also turn in essays to tell the story behind it. So every photo is not just the actual photograph, there's a story behind it. And some of these kids, it's just amazing, their courage to share personal stories about things they're going through and what's happening in their lives too. And that really, I think, has been important for them to express that through the contest.
Yes, and your son won the contest this past year. Can you tell us a little bit about the photograph that he entered in this contest?
Well, he took the photograph the day after Milton had hit, and our home was flooded and messed up, and we had just taken everything and put it out in the yard, and he just had the insight to take this wonderful photo of one of the most difficult times in our lives.
Yeah, this is it, right?
That's it right there.
Wow.
And you just had the weight of the world on your shoulders, not knowing where it's going to go. And he captured that moment, and his love of photography continues on, and now he's getting ready to study film and photography in college. So.
Wow. So what was his reaction? What was your reaction when he won the contest?
Well, the biggest thing that we saw was such a boost in his confidence. He was just a new young man, and not just in his art and his photography, but just how he held himself. And he's continuing that on. Actually, right now he's up in northern Wisconsin, surrounded by a bear colony that he's been taking pictures of. So he's very serious, but this contest really showed what doors can be opened.
Yeah.
And he had not realized it to that degree before this contest.
Yeah, well, we're sad that we can't talk to him today, but I'm happy that he's doing what he loves up there, and he's getting ready to start his freshman year.
Freshman year at Montana State University at the doorstep of Yellowstone National Park. So he's thrilled.
Yeah, and so when you hear his story, this is why you wanted to start this.
Yeah, it's stories like that, and we've heard so many of those stories over the last 3 years from kids like that their confidence and being able to express again their feelings and show that through so many different ways. And photography is an incredible way for kids, especially today, to express that. And this is a great example. And Henry's an amazing kid. We got to spend some time with him, and really, really special.
So is this an exhibit? Can we still see it, or how can we see these photographs?
Absolutely. So the Florida Museum of Photographic Arts, we started at Tampa International Airport. We just wrapped up 3 months there.
Okay.
Thank you to them. They did an amazing job with that. Now, Florida Museum of Photographic Arts will host the exhibit now through September 20th. And there's 25 winning photographs. And the other piece about it is that our contest for next year, the 4th annual contest, has already kicked off as well. So students can go online and they can enter their photos from now until the beginning of January.
That's wonderful. And what are the ages?
So it's all middle and high school students. Anyone in the entire Tampa Bay area, it's open to middle and high school students throughout the entire area.
Perfect. And if you'd like to find out more, you can go to the website on the screen right there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, thank you so much for sharing Jacob's story with us and for being on today. Really appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Janelle.
Thank you.
Well, with kids heading back to school, it's an ideal time to start a new workout. We get some ideas next in our Fitness Friday.
The 4th annual birthday and pup party is this Friday, and 2 very special guests are here to celebrate. Andy Warhol and Elvis.
Hey.
Good to have you here.
Yeah,
they
come to
are,
the party.
of course, Paul Leroy and Dorian Alberti. Good to have you both here.
It's great to be here.
This is fun. Great to have you. So tell me a little bit about this event. What can we expect?
So it's curated by Luke Heath, and Luke has worked tirelessly to put on these events for 4 years now. And my favorite one was the first one because it fell exactly on Andy Warhol's birthday.
Oh, cool.
So we were able to show, for many years in Pittsburgh, there was always a birthday party in Andy Warhol's cemetery. So we were able to show the people, Madeline Warrig and all the people that do that party in Pittsburgh. Now, the last 3 years, we've had parties on a different day than his birthday. Always in August, though. Like August is Andy Warhol month.
That's right.
So, and I met you at the second party.
That's right.
Which was at Florida.
The Floridian.
Floridian.
Yeah. So at this, there's going to be 30 artists total. We have one of the artists' work here today. But what kind of art can we expect to see?
I mean, for one, there'll be a custom costume I've made that'll be on display.
Okay.
And a lot of different mediums as well from a lot of the local artists.
Yeah, and you'll be there, of
yeah,
course.
I'll be there and I'll be
Elvis will be
performing.
performing,
That's
yeah.
right.
Performing, we
And
love that.
It's at the Florida Rama,
Okay.
so the factory.
Yeah.
In the Florida Rama Gallery at the factory.
That's
Okay.
right.
We also have, there's a rodeo clown, there's Elizabeth Taylor is going to bring her 8 husbands. There's Marilyn Monroe, there's Jean-Michel Basquiat. So we have other impersonators too.
And if people want to come, they're encouraged to dress up as well.
Yeah,
And it's
Elvis
free.
will be singing, and Adam Turkle will be doing a Velvet Underground set.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why do you guys like to be a part of this event, and especially at Florida Rama and in our community like this?
I love the factory.
Yeah.
I mean, the factory is like I've been doing this Andy Warhol thing for since I lived in New York City. And so the factory is like where, when I found out they were opening an art studio called The Factory, it was like, oh, that's where I have to have my studio.
Yeah.
And so, and that's where I met Luke, the curator of the show. And we all just love Andy Warhol.
Yeah.
And Elvis Presley.
And Elvis,
That's right.
yes, of course. Well, great. It's at the factory at Florida Rama. You can see beautiful artists like this one that we had. Miriam, the artist, brought this so
That's
that
right.
we could
And that's
check
a
this out.
likeness of her friend, Adriana. And it's a play of the pop art and also the modern convenience, like the microwavable can of soup.
Yeah.
So it plays everything together, along with we were talking backstage, the cultural heritage in Puerto Rico to have the engagement ring on the right hand.
Oh, okay.
So it's a mix of everything.
Yeah, and there's going to be 30 artists out there, so this is definitely, if you want to check out art, if you want to see some of the impersonators that are going to be out there, dress up yourself and go and have a great time.
And it's free to go.
And it's free. Wonderful.
That's
Well,
right.
thank you both for being here.
You're very
Thank
welcome.
you.
Really appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Have a great
Yeah,
time.
come to the party.
Yeah.
Come
Yeah,
to the
come to the
party.
party.
Janelle, dress up and go to the party.
Sounds like a great party. All right, with kids heading back to school, it's time to grab those school supplies because we have a challenge for you. Tina Wilson from Elevate 360 is here on this Fitness Friday to see if you can make the grade. So welcome back.
Thank you.
Okay, so I don't really love challenges, but so what do you have for us?
So first of all, this is all about the parents, okay? So if you look over here, we have a 21-day fitness challenge, and today they get to start their journey.
Okay.
All right, so we have different exercises. We're gonna start, we always start with a good squat, right?
Yes, you love your squats.
Yes, we have to have the squat. So we have a book bag here filled with heavy books.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna put it on my back.
Put it on your back.
And then squats, that's our first exercise. So if you at home can do a squat, get a back.
Yeah, and a lot of women have those weighted vests, so maybe do squats with the weighted vests on instead of just walk.
Yes, do you think I passed the test?
Yes, you
Okay,
passed. All right,
okay.
so then we get check mark.
Ding, ding,
All right,
ding, ding, ding.
Okay.
Yes. Now, picking up the backpack.
Oh.
That's another one.
Okay.
Very quickly, right?
Yes.
That's simple, easy right there.
Yeah.
Did I pass? Did I pass? Did
Yes,
you do it?
you did pass. Okay,
Yay,
which one is
yay.
that?
That's the
Lifting up.
second one.
Now, we could use anything around the house, right? It's just a matter of, and do some bicep curls.
Yes, gallon water bottles,
Yes.
anything you have.
Yes. Okay, so are we supposed to do this all in one day? Or-
Yes.
Yes,
They can
okay.
do it right now with us.
Right, okay,
So we have
perfect.
2 more, and then we have the bonus, the
Okay,
exercise
all
for
right.
the 2 of you. So.
What's the cardio
Cardio, we
class?
want to keep moving, so we can just march in place. go in step, right?
Yeah.
If you counted your steps every day.
Yes, yeah.
How many steps do you do a day? Do you know?
You know, I don't really keep track because I don't have one of those things, so probably not enough.
One of those things. All right, so I think we passed that.
Yeah, we passed
All
that.
right.
I just want one of these in my house. I feel so official putting the little Post-it note. Like I check something off. It feels good to check something off the list.
It does.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people think it's about the exercise and the food, which is important, but the last one is just being calm.
Oh, that's
As
a tough
parents, we're all over the place. So do you think we can do like a deep breath for 5 seconds?
Let's do it. I need it.
Here we go.
I need another one.
It seems easy, but it can be challenging,
Yes,
right?
it can, especially when you have all the chaos. This is a very busy time of the year for parents and kids. Everyone's a little on edge, right?
agree,
You got a
I
lot
agree,
going
I
on.
agree.
Okay, so yeah, some deep breaths work out well. Okay.
A bonus challenge.
Yeah, a bonus challenge.
Pop
Okay, what's
quiz.
this challenge?
How fast can you get the books from the table to the floor?
Okay, Allison was going to help me with this. Allison, do you want to help me?
Okay.
'cause-
Helping you or
because-
my-
Well,
Yeah,
you're
here
not
we
helping.
go.
We're competing.
Oh.
It's a 30-second
we are.
contest.
We're
You're going to pick up
competing.
one
How
book
ma-
at a time
Okay.
and put it on the floor. We want to see who can do it the fastest.
Okay.
Okay,
All
but
right,
you got to
are
do
you
it one
ready?
at a time?
Yes, one
Okay.
down, up, down, up. Get on your
Okay.
mark.
Okay.
Get set, go.
I mean,
One
do you have
book,
to-
one book,
Oh,
one book.
Okay. This is where our
Squats come in.
Oh, this is where the squats come in. Okay.
She knows.
Can you
Who's
do
good
it
at
like this, or can you? I mean, can I just like
Am I
throw
going
it
to
down?
watch?
I won.
I love it. I love it. That was a
I
smart
mean, I'm
way to
going
do
to
it.
say the quickest way to get these books on the floor is just one of those. But I get it. You want to
Good
move
job.
in the up and down.
And you could, I should have said put it over your head.
Oh, that would have
Yeah.
been good.
I was doing full squats.
I know you were. I was definitely cheating
was
on
so
that
much
one.
fun.
But that's a good exercise to do with the kids. You can challenge the kids
Yes.
to do it.
How many
Yes.
books? That's a good game.
Yeah, I like that. That was fun. All right, well, thank you. And we can
Yes.
check. What's your website?
Elevate 360 Center.
Elevate 360.
And join the 21 Days Challenge.
Yes, and join it. You can actually join it and do it along with her.
Yes.
I need the deep breaths now.
Yeah, I know, right? All right, thank you so much. All right, stay with us. We'll be right back.
That was.
The classic book and iconic film, The Last Unicorn, is coming to life on stage in Ybor City. Actors Michael Pruitt, Avery Eden, and Rick Fernandez are joining us today. They are a part of that play. Thank you for being here. It's great to have you all.
Thank you, Allison.
I loved this movie as a little girl. I grew up watching it, and a couple of you have seen it, right? But you have not.
I have not.
Yeah. What did you think about that movie? What was that like?
To be honest with you, it came out in '82, and I was 11. I fell in love with it as a child, and grew up loving the film. Of course, I didn't know who the voice actors were until I was more of an adult, but the entire story just spoke to me.
Yeah. What's it like being able to bring this story to life?
Oh, it's fantastic. I mean, we get to have a lot of fun with the characters. We're not doing like a reinterpretation of the movie characters. We're doing our own interpretation. So we get to have these unique versions of the characters that you won't see anywhere else.
Yeah. Okay. So I want to talk for a second just about how did you get the rights to this?
So both Arlene and Jessica Jacobs are a mother-daughter duo, and Arlene shared her love of The Last Unicorn with her daughter. And throughout the years, Jessica, on her own, went ahead and read the book and fell in love with it even deeper, and saw that there were lyrics, but no instrumental to go with it. And so she decided to compose a song, and they reached out to Peter, the author, and he responded and loved it. And then many years passed, and most recently, Jessica wanted to really make it happen with Arlene, and so they reached out again, and they were sent a potential play and given the okay to make it their own and add the music.
Yeah. Oh, that's so special. It's so great that they had that interaction.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's really cool. Rick, what are some of the special effects that you use in this live production?
Well, as you would expect from a theatrical production, there are lights, there are sounds, there's live music coming from a drum, there is shadow puppetry that's not seen in almost any other show that I've seen. We have projectors with live puppeteers backstage doing projections of almost everything you see in the show, and it's truly a magical experience that you can't get anywhere else.
Oh, that's very cool. So, Michael, you know, you loved the movie so much. If we loved the movie, you come to the play, what are kind of like similarities or differences? You know, is it so similar or so different?
Oh gosh, you know, There are a lot of similarities, and I think if you've seen the film and you enjoy the film, then you will find most of that stuff in the stage show and enjoy those things. But I think you would also be extremely delighted to see all the extra bits that come from the book, which are very nice, which were new to me because I've never read the book.
Yeah.
I have every intention of owning that book at some point.
Yeah, so you do want to go read it now that you've done the play.
I absolutely want to read it now.
Yeah, and Rick, we were talking about that you're going to wait till after the production and then you want to see the movie.
Yes, I don't want the performances of the movie or knowing too much of the book to affect my performance in the play.
Yeah.
I just want to work off the script that we have.
Yeah, wonderful. Okay, if we want to come in, we want to see it. How can we come see you guys on stage?
You can come see us at the Fringe Theater in the Crest Building, August 13th through August 26th, or August 23rd, I think.
Yeah, well, go check them out. Of course, theater.tampafringe.org, where you can go get the dates and you can get the times and then you can go see them on stage. Thank you all for being here.
Thanks so much.
Have a wonderful time making this beautiful movie come to life.
Thank you.
Thank you, Allison.
Yeah, thank you.
And if you're on social media, make sure you like us. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram at Great Day Live Tampa Bay.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining us on this Friday. The weekend is here.
Yes, we are ready for it.
Yes,
I got
we
my
are.
coffee cup that's not supposed to be here. You didn't see that, everyone. I'm going to put that back there.
We're going to leave you now with some music from Kristen Allen.
Yes, you can catch her show in St. Pete this Saturday night, so look it up. Have a great weekend, everyone. All right, take it away.
They told me keep my voice down low, smile soft and never show the weight I carry in my bones. They say a lady walks in line, never speaks her restless mind. Something deeper in my soul just won't comply. If being ladylike means standing tall, shining light through it all, rising high after every fall, then call me loud, call me wild, call me everything you fear. Call me ladylike. I'm a lady like that. I wore silence like a dress, tried to hide the wilderness, every dream that wouldn't rest inside my chest. But silence never changed the world, and grace was never meant to fall. So I'm done shrinking who